2005. As a Healthy Communities campaigner for the Wilderness Committee, Ben coordinates campaigns related to land use and transportation planning, protection of agricultural land and watersheds, reducing toxic pollution, like what we see coming out behind us, and climate change policy. So with that, here's Ben West to say a few words for everyone today.
Hey, thank you so much. Wow, this is a really amazing event. Thank you guys so much for doing this. Wow, the 1 year anniversary of the BP oil spill. What a horrible day to have to remember. And of course it lasted for months and months and months. This is just the first day of it. I'm here just to say a couple words about the big Earth Day parade that's happening on Friday. It's the 41st anniversary of Earth Day. And for anybody who doesn't remember the history of Earth Day, the very first one had something like, I don't know, 10 million people were involved across the United States. And that's where the Environmental Protection Agency came from, the Clean Air Act, and a lot of the other environmental legislation that still is around today. Of course, it's all being dismantled little by little, or even big parts at a time. But so we're trying to reclaim the radical history of Earth Day. There's an amazing group of high school students who've organized this giant parade. It's going to go down Commercial Drive, starting at 11 o'clock at the corner of Commercial and Broadway. And the students today are actually unveiling a windmill that they've made entirely from recycled bottles and bicycle parts. So that's why I got to run off after this, is to go and be part of this ceremony to unveil their windmill. But I just wanted to tell you one thing in terms of what these students are trying to do. They're also reclaiming the peace sign. And they're doing it for kind of a fun reason. It's not just about being at peace with the earth, although that's part of it. They want you to think about the fact that the earth is running a fever. You know, when you take a thermometer out of your mouth and you see that it's gone up 1 or 2 degrees, you're actually pretty sick. And when you tell people that the planet's temperature might go up about 2 degrees, you know, it doesn't sound like much, but when you think about a system in balance like your body, and how 2 degrees can make a huge big difference, you know, you can get everything from cold sweats to a horrible fever where you're feeling really hot, you know, as the end result of that 2 degrees difference. We're seeing the same thing on the planet already. You know, there's as many people in Pakistan living in refugee camps as live in the entire province of British Columbia. And at least half of that is the end result of these doubling of weather conditions, the doubling of extreme weather events, you know, the consequences of climate change that are very real and are being felt already. So we want people to think about the 2 things that you can do to deal with that 2 degrees temperature increase. We want you to think about, you know, the impact of both reducing supply and demand. We want you to think about, you know, how we can reduce the amount of oil that we're dependent on. And the 2 things that we're suggesting that we could do here in BC is, number 1, reduce our exports of fossil fuels. So that's everything from oil to coal. We need to ban the tankers off our coast. Can I get a ban the tankers off the coast? Who wants to ban tankers off the coast? Anybody here?
Yeah!
Cool, thank you. Yeah, the BP oil spill should be a reminder that we've got this new threat of oil tankers off our coast, and we can do something about it. So that's one thing we can do here in BC. And the other thing we can do is stop the crazy highway development. You know, we're spending way more money on building new highways than we are on public transit and light rail. We'd like to see that turned around. We want that money to go from highways to public transit, because we can reduce our demand by moving away from highways. We can reduce the supply by moving away from oil exports and coal exports. So anyway, thank you guys so much for organizing this event. I hope I see you out at the Earth Day Parade on Friday. Have a great day.